Garden Street in Hoboken. Joining me now is Andre and Sasha. Andre, tell me what you were thinking when you looked at your basement this morning.
Well, we expected that to be worse, but when it's still a huge surprise when you get into a basement in the morning and see a 4 feet worth of water in it. Just
hard to believe, huh?
Hard to believe.
So, Andre, if you don't mind, would you give us a tour of your basement now? Bear with us, guys. Andre's been a brave soul, showing us just how much water he got in his basement. It's really deep, but he is trying to pump it out, so he's hoping hour by hour it'll continue to go down. Carl Gabrilli, photojournalist, is doing the handiwork here as he follows Andre into his basement here in Hoboken. This is exactly the kind of water and flooding that the mayor was so concerned about, and why she was asking people to evacuate, especially people who lived in first-floor apartments on the west side. Look how deep that is, right up to his knees. That is the problem here in Hoboken. In so many homes and businesses, there are so many of them that are working on trying to pump their basements out basically today, and they're hoping over the next couple of days to dry out. The businesses in Hoboken, because of the water, the flood water that you see here, really were suffering, losing business. All right, Carl's backing out here. There's more to show you here as we come out of the basement very slowly. If you look down Garden Street, you'll see just what I'm talking about. The west side has a number of blocks that are just like the basement here. They're not just in people's homes and businesses, but flooded right out onto the street. Carl, if you could look down Garden Street and show our viewers what I'm talking about. This is what people all over Hoboken have been walking in and biking in and driving in. Not something I can recommend, but this is just one block at Newark in Garden Street, but we've been all over the west side, and there are many, many intersections that look just like this. Firefighters have been doing their best here in Hoboken to clear the drains and to try to get these floodwaters to recede, but it will take a couple of days. Now, this is typically an area that floods, but not like this, and that is why they were so concerned, because parts of Hoboken are below sea level. As you know, Christina and Ernie, we've been talking about this over the course of the last 24 hours. They were really concerned that people would be stranded in their homes and apartment, even if they didn't live on the first floor, if they were on the second, third, or fourth floor, and that firefighters wouldn't be able to get through these streets. In fact, on our drive over here from Secaucus, you saw our television station was flooded there in Secaucus. It was difficult right along Route 3 as we were trying to even get into Hoboken. There were areas that were impassable because of the water. And my concern as a journalist is, as it gets darker and darker, it becomes even more dangerous. I mean, this is not clean water here. This is sewer water, and there could be electricity or things that could cut you if you walk through this. And when you lose light and it gets dark and people are still walking through this stuff, it can cause a whole host of other problems. So I've been trying to tell people not to walk in the water, but nobody wants to listen to me. It's Sunday and they want to come out and take pictures and all of that kind of stuff. But that's the situation from Hoboken. In spite of what you're saying, the mayor today is pretty pleased with how things went, how the evacuations went. As I said, a shelter and a hospital were evacuated yesterday. Looks like they're not going to be back in today exactly, but they're hoping over the next couple